They say women want tall, rich, and handsome. But let's get one thing straight. That image, it fades, looks age. Money comes and goes, charm wears thin. What she really wants is something most men are too scared to offer. Not gifts, not abs, not a smooth line whispered in the dark. She craves something deeper, something dangerous. Presence, depth, emotional gravity. A man who's anchored, who doesn't flinch when she tests him, who sees through her, not just at her. Today, we're not talking about surface-level pickup lines or tick-tock tricks. We're diving underground, into the raw, unspoken layers of a woman's desire. The parts she doesn't even admit to herself. And if you can grasp these truths, really grasp them, you'll stop chasing. You'll stop seeking approval. And you'll start commanding respect without ever raising your voice. So lean in. I'm about to share 5 truths she'll never say out loud, but they'll change everything. Part 1. She doesn't want perfection. She wants permission. She's exhausted from the act, the endless audition of being enough, smiling when she's breaking, laughing when her soul aches. She's been the cool girl, the one who never needs too much, never asks for more, never cries at the wrong time. But behind that perfect eyeliner and practiced poise is a woman silently pleading for something real. Not a flawless man, not a savior, just space. She doesn't want your solutions. She doesn't need your strength in the way you've been taught to give it. She needs permission. To break without being broken, to be held without being handled, to fall apart without being fixed. It's dinner. She's quiet. No drama, no tears, just different. You feel it, the subtle shift. But you don't poke, you don't press. You stay, present, grounded. You offer her the safest thing a man can ever give a woman. Your silence, your steadiness, your presence. That's the moment she exhales. The one she didn't know she was holding. Because finally someone isn't trying to rescue her. Real masculinity isn't about overpowering, it's about holding. Containment. The rare kind that doesn't cage her but comforts her. Can you be the storm and the shelter, the fire and the fireplace, the chaos and the calm? That's what she's searching for. Not perfection, permission to be real, to unravel, and still be loved. Part 2. She wants a mirror, not a savior. You see her drowning in emotion and your first instinct is to throw her a lifeline. You want to fix it, solve it, save her. But here's the truth. She doesn't want a rescuer. She wants a mirror. She doesn't need your answers. She needs your presence. Psychologically, this is deeper than it looks. When someone truly listens, not just hears, their mirror neurons fire in sync. Our nervous systems literally tune into each other. That's why the man who feels her storm without rushing to stop the rain, that's the one she trusts. That's the one she remembers. She opens up to the man who doesn't interrupt her pain with advice. The one who can sit beside her in silence, without flinching, without fleeing, without needing to turn her darkness into light. She doesn't want you to fix her sadness. She wants you to sit in it with her until it makes sense. Let that sink in. Because every time you offer a solution too soon, you send the message. Her feelings are problems to be solved, not truths to be understood. Here's the challenge. Can you witness her pain without shrinking from it? Can you be still when everything in you wants to run? Because she doesn't need a hero. She needs a man who can stand in the fire with her and not burn out. Be that man, and she'll never forget you. Part 3. She tests you for a reason. Men call it drama. Women call it protection. When she questions you, argues, or pulls away, it's not always about conflict. It's about fear. It's not an attack. It's a test. And not the kind meant to break you, but to find you. When she asks, "Why didn't you text me back?" It's rarely about the text. It's a whisper from her past, wondering, "Are you like the others? Will you disappear too?" That's not control. That's vulnerability wearing armor. She's not trying to dominate, she's trying to feel safe. To know the man beside her is stable, especially when her emotions aren't. Because love, for her, isn't just romance, it's survival. Many women carry emotional bruises, from fathers who vanished, lovers who lied, or promises that broke. So when she tests you, she's really asking, can I finally put my guard down? Or will this end the way it always has? And here's the part most men miss. You don't win her trust by getting defensive or trying to fix her feelings. You win it by not flinching. You stay calm. You stay you. You become the safe space she doesn't have to earn. Because the strongest man in the room isn't the one who overpowers her storm. It's the one who anchors through it. In that moment, she's not looking for a solution. She's looking for stability. She's asking, is your presence stronger than my fear? Pass the test not by reacting, but by remaining. Part 4. She doesn't trust words. She trusts repetition. Saying I love you is easy. But showing up, especially when it's uncomfortable, inconvenient, or unnoticed, is what she remembers. Because women don't trust declarations. They trust patterns. She pays attention to the little things. Did you remember her favorite snack when she had a rough day? Did you check in when she said she had a hard meeting? Were you present or were you just there? You say you care, but then she breaks down in tears and you freeze. She spirals in anxiety and you're buried in your phone. That silence, that distraction, that's where her trust quietly erodes. Because love isn't proven once. It's proven again, and again, and again. It's not the dramatic gestures that win her loyalty. It's the micro-loyalties. Texting when you said you would. Listening when it's not fun. Standing by her when no one's watching. Consistency is louder than charm. Presence is more powerful than poetry. If your actions don't echo your words, she'll believe the echo, not the speech. So don't ask her to trust your promises. Show her the pattern, because that's what she's actually falling for. Not the man who says he'll stay, the man who keeps showing up. Part 5, she needs a man who can disappear without leaving. Setup. Space is healthy, distance is necessary. Truth. A woman feels most connected to a man who can detach without disconnecting. What that means? You don't cling. You don't chase. You don't constantly need reassurance. You take time for yourself, to focus, to grow, to build. And she doesn't spiral or question your love, because she can still feel you. You've anchored her emotionally, not with constant contact, but with consistent presence. Your stability runs deep, beyond words or emojis. She knows you're there, even when you're not there. Example, you're in the next room. You haven't texted in hours, but she doesn't wonder if something's wrong. She feels your energy in the silence. She trusts your stillness. That's emotional tethering, not physical attachment. Insight. Closeness isn't about how often you talk. It's about how deeply she knows you won't vanish, even when you're gone. The masculine energy she craves isn't loud or needy. It's silent, grounded, and unshakable. She doesn't want a man who's always around. She wants a man who can disappear without ever really leaving. Stop chasing her. Stop pretending you have all the answers. She's not looking for perfection. She's looking for the man who stands strong even when his world is falling apart. The one who understands that love isn't about showing off. It's about connection, deep, unspoken, and real. The kind of man she desires isn't afraid to face the storm. He embraces the chaos of life and still stands firm. A rare breed. But if you're still here, if these words have hit home, then maybe, just maybe, you're the one she's waiting for. Maybe you've got that depth, that power, that rare authenticity that she craves. If you feel like there's more to you than meets the eye, come join the conversation. The real conversation. A space where we dive into what it means to be a man, to love deeply, to live authentically. No filters, just truth. The link's in the pinned comment. Only you'll know if it's your time to join. And if it's not your time, that's perfectly fine. Just remember, it's never about being the loudest in the room. It's about being the one who sees, even in silence.